Brothers and sisters, Assalamu alaikum. We are almost in the middle of Ramadan, and it behooves us to remember again what we're doing and ask ourselves, is it done specifically for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Are we dedicating our fast to please Allah? Are we dedicating our deeds during this month to please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or is it done for other reasons? If it is done for other reasons, please adjust your niyyah, your intentions. Let's start with salat again. We need to make sure our devotion during salat is to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Don't let dunya come between you and Allah. Always think of the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Ask Him to help you. Devote your heart to Him, especially during salat. And you will find that He is listening and He will answer you. He will grant you what you want. I'll also like to talk to you about reading the Quran every day. I know we are all reading Quran. I want you to try to contemplate, to try to understand what you're reading, and to make your intention that whatever you're reading, you're going to implement in your daily life. If we talk about this every day, it would not be too much. It is of utmost importance that we'll always be God conscious when we're reading the Quran. We're doing it for His pleasure, not for anything else. So let's renew our intention. Anytime we are reading the Quran, it should be specifically only for the pleasure of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this is how we can find hidayah, guidance, a roadmap toward a better life. This is basically what the Quran can do for us. I also want to talk to you about dua during the next few days left of this month. You have to focus on your dua. You have to do your dua with assertion, asking Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala with humility, trying to insist that this is what you need, if this is what you need actually. And you will find Allah listening to you. But without dua, you're not going to get it automatically. This is not the way it's done. This is not the way it's prescribed. But by our beloved Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, we have to go through the act of dua, and we have to do it with good intention, and we have to be persistent in our dua. So dua is very important. I also, now that we are getting closer to the end of the month, remind you that the most beneficial acts of charity, especially giving people a little bit of money here or there, or giving them food, or giving them clothing, whatever you want to give, any acts of charity, this is the time to do it. It's the most welcome time of the year to be charitable. Our Prophet ﷺ was the most charitable during Ramadan, and we need to be just like him and follow his example. And don't forget your zakat, your capital purification. Zakat is capital purification. Whatever money that is idle that you have, that you're not using, you need to pay your zakat on that money. And also, I'd like to remind you that there is zakat al-fitr. Before you go to the prayers at the end of Ramadan for Eid, you need to pay zakat al-fitr. So these are important things that we are supposed to do, and we need to be doing. And this is the time to remember, to keep them on mind. We also getting closer to Laylatul Qadr. In the last 10 days of Ramadan, make sure all the odd days you will sit down and contemplate and think about Laylatul Qadr. What Allah told us about Laylatul Qadr, the miracle of Laylatul Qadr. Keep that in mind. Who knows? You might be in for a great surprise this year. You might be the one who will see Laylatul Qadr. And don't forget to pray for all Muslims all over the world, for their dignity, for their sustenance, for living, for being a better ummah, for uniting, for purifying their hearts to help each other. Thank you very much.